Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I just like looked in behind me and I'm just seeing like the cross of Jesus and like the light hitting it, and my guides, I think as a joke, like I just heard Jesus Christ superstar. So definitely just something to take note of, that we need to stay in our faith right now, okay? I just felt like a really dark turn in the energies within the last several hours. And I keep hearing that it's like a bot system that goes out and attacks people, okay? Like a bot system. It's a neurobot system. Those are the energies that are coming through right now. So if you feel like a dip in your energy in any way, it just might be part of this kind of spiritual war that we're in right now. It could be just psychic attacks, but I'm clearly getting at the message that there is a neurobot system that is going out and dropping our energy. It's like affecting our energy right now. I felt really strongly to connect with you all today. Thanks, Teresa. I appreciate that. And I just want to thank you so much for your like outpouring of love. Hi, Christine. I missed you. And like, you guys have been so supportive, and I have to just tell you that the fears were keeping me from connecting with you all. The fears were keeping me from sharing my truth about really what happened to me in this attack. And I have to tell you, now that I'm on the other side of it and I have opened up to you all and I have spoken my truth, I feel like all of those fears have just dissipated, and instead I got the support that I needed to help me to get to the next step. And oftentimes the reason we're blocked is because of the fears, but by speaking our truth, it allows the block to be lifted, and then we can finally get to where we have to go. And I have been suffering in silence because of this attack and what it has done to me. And it's really the people around me that, you know, different comments and things like that, that were keeping me in fear. You better be quiet. You better take the video down. They're going to take your kids away. Those are the people who are the enemy. Those are not your friends, guys. Those are not your friends, okay? Nobody's going to take your kids away if you were attacked by a weapon. And the fact that they're even saying that is to keep you trapped. And that is what kept me trapped. That is what kept me trapped. And now I have all of the information I need. I have everything I need to support me on this path. And I feel so lucky. So I wanted to just share with you guys one of the things that came to light, which is targetedjustice.com, okay? Targetedjustice.com is about all of the targeted individuals, okay? And it gives you all of the resources. This is if you've been attacked by these weapons, Havana syndrome, and it gives you tons of information all about the military weapons, the microwave weapons that have been used on me, everything that they do, the cell towers, the satellite systems. I already was getting these messages. I already was sharing these with the channel. I was getting psychic message that we were getting hit by satellite towers. I was getting messages about cell towers, Wi-Fi, radiation systems. I mean, we were already getting these messages. Other light workers were getting these messages. Steve Noble had put them in a ton of his meditations and called out a lot of this stuff. Thousands of people have been attacked by this, and the people who call you crazy are the enemy. They are the ones. They are the problem, okay? There are multiple cases. There are multiple people who have come forward and have shared the same freaking story. And most of them are tied to the government. I told you all, many people in our government were being attacked. My guide said, I am one of many. I am one of many, okay? I knew that there were major people being attacked. In fact, one of my subs pointed it out to me because of this website. It shares with you the recent people who have been targeted, and it looks like one of those new people that was targeted is actually, is he really on here? Is Department of Justice, DOJ, Merrick Garland, okay? Now, my guides were giving me other people, okay? They have shown me other people that are also being attacked by this that we don't know about, okay? And they're big, okay? They are major players, okay? And they're being attacked by the same weapon. Now, another thing that's really interesting that I wanted to share with you all, and might be the reason why my attacks got so revved up around the holiday. Merry Christmas, Amy. Merry Christmas to you. 2 Americans and 5 Russians were charged with running a smuggling network to obtain military technology and ammunition for Russia. When you start looking into the technologies, it's the same technologies that are used for these devices. And I really had no idea that broke. That was December 13th that happened. So it looks like we have found, I guess, who's been moving this technology to foreign countries, to Russia. And there was also another news article that broke in the beginning of the year about some techies in San Francisco that were selling highly illegal Air Force intelligence to China. Now, these stories, I don't know if they go like huge. I don't know if they make it big. I mean, this story was run, CNN had it, a lot of major websites had this story, and one of my subs shared it with me. But this is how the technology and the intelligence has gotten out. And I don't know when this technology got out. This is just when they were charged with it, is December 13th. But I don't know when these technologies got out. If they got out in 2021 and they've been just like experimenting and freeballing on all of us since then, you know, we don't really know. Last night was actually a big breakthrough for me. I felt like a huge relief from the attack. For like, it felt like a miracle. Like all of a sudden, like it felt like my energy field just lifted and everything just like cleared all of a sudden. And I slept really, really well. And in my dream state this morning, I actually did see a guy in the dream state. And he was threatening me. And he was a very wealthy techie guy. He was wearing all black. He was tall, skinny with a brunette. And he had all of these military computers around him. And he was threatening me with that he had the codes. He told me he had the codes. He had the nuke codes and that he could explode the world. And I was like, is this the Wizard of Oz? Is this the Wizard of Oz that my guides have been showing me? They keep showing me a man behind the curtain, like a hidden enemy that we have no idea who it is. And this guy felt like such a techie to me. And it felt like he had information that he definitely should not have. And I don't know who this person is, but I think it's interesting that they came up in my dream state this morning, and they're not a world leader. They're not anyone that you would think has some pretty serious intelligence. And it's kind of making me think that we might be in a little bit of a war with some tech people right now. And that might be where these neuro systems or the neurobot systems are going out from. But I kept getting over the summer MIT, Harvard, I was getting them big time. And I feel like now a lot of them, and thank you to all of you, you guys are amazing. Like honestly, you guys are freaking amazing. Like I come forward with my truth. You give me the stories, you give me the backing, I give you my psychic hits, you show me the truth. It's so crazy. But a lot of you guys did give me the YouTube videos with the MIT people and Harvard people that actually worked on the MK Ultra and are working on the same type of weapons right now. And those videos literally have just come out within like the last month on YouTube with interviews with the people that actually worked on this technology. So people are starting to come forward about it. And I think more of them are going to be coming forward as well. But this is pretty big. Another thing that my guys kept telling me about my specific attack, like I kept hearing it over and over again, was I kept hearing the name GPS fusion. That's what I kept hearing like over and over again. Now, I don't know if they specifically have anything to do with my attack, but it's just a name that I keep hearing like over and over again. So I'm not sure like what they specialize in, but it does feel like there's something connected to that, because when I looked up yesterday on the targeted individual program and I was looking at all of the different, when they were like showing the towers and who owns them, there was something coming in around GPS, but it felt like another name. And actually one of the locations that I kept picking up on, Arkansas, was in that as well. So anyways, if you guys are not familiar with any of this, I would definitely check it out. It's very real, and you know, I think that it's gotten in the hands of smaller groups. Isn't GPS fusion associated with the Steele dossier? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I looked them up today. They're out of DC and they work with intelligence. I don't know, but yeah, it definitely feels like, you know, it's like, you know, obviously it's like feels private sector, you know, it feels like you know, off companies kind of a thing. So anyways, those were just some psychic messages that came in, okay, about this. And I was getting some validation yesterday when I was looking more into it. So anyways, there's other, yeah. All right, let me see. Any other messages right now, just for the collective right now with these energies, with energy attacks, psychic attacks? So many people have come forward. I heard another person came forward on their channel that they've been experiencing the same things as me. And I think the more people that come forward is what is going to release the energy. I think it's just even just through the truth. It's like through the truth telling, we release the energy. It goes out. It goes out. The more people that talk, then it doesn't have a stigma anymore, okay? It becomes more normalized and then solution-based, okay? So I am gonna be very focused on the solution for you all. I have a meeting with several healers that specialize in this, and I'm planning on sharing the sessions with you. And I am going to really try to understand this. I think one of the main things that I really wanna talk about is the difference between dark technology and dark energies, you know? So I feel like, what is dark technology and dark energy? So like, how does technology turn dark? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, is it like certain dark coding that goes into the technology to make it dark? Like, like, how do they get the darkness in the technology? Like, I guess that's like, it might be a silly question, but I was just kind of curious about that, because from what it feels like to me, it feels like they're very similar. Like, if you're just talking about like black magic and something really dark with black magic, and then you talk about like dark technology, in terms of like the actual energies, they weigh the same. Like, they're the same thing. Like, I think you can clear them in very similar fashions, I guess you could say. But like, how do they get the darkness into them? And I'm hearing right now it's all about the programming. So the dark equals disempowering, says Melissa. Yeah, what's up with, somebody just wrote something, what's up with science being allowed to mess with God, particle, quantum energies? Well, that's where that's what I'm concerned. I don't really understand that either, because what it feels like to me is like they flatlined my protections or my defense system. Like that, it feels like that's how they started with me. So by the time I was so in deep with whatever the attack was, it was like I couldn't ever clear the energy because I lost my protection somehow in there. Now, I know a lot of people would say, well, you never truly lose your protections. That's part of the mind manipulation, or that's part of you believing in that. But I have done everything in my power in terms of clearing prayers, healings. I've done everything to clear it and reclaim back every single thing. But it doesn't go away. So I don't understand how they would be able to mess with free will, or what the ramifications of that would be, because I do not give free will to anyone doing anything to me, nor putting any type of implants or technology into my head. It's really kind of interesting because it felt like they had put something in my head, like metal. It felt like I had metal in my head. And I have felt machinery, like it goes inside of my head. And I know that sounds so bonkers, but that's what it has felt like. And it's painful. It's very, very painful. But when I went on my retreat to Montana, I actually like set off the metal detector, y'all. For the first time in my life, there was a box around my head right here. And they stopped me and they touched my head, y'all. Like I had a metal plate in my head. And I was like, like look back at the screen, and then I look at them, and then I look back at the screen and I see like a yellow box outline on the top of my head. And I'm like, they just touched my head. They think I have a metal plate in my head. Like, that's never happened to me in my entire life, y'all. Never, ever have I set off a metal detector with my head. And it's exactly where it felt like something was. So, yeah, definitely on the way to getting my MRI, and I'm going to get, but that's a big sign of this type of device, is just getting the MRI done and it shows up. So I've already set off a metal detector and seen a box around it. So there you go. Kind of embarrassing. Not gonna lie. Anyways, what are you all picking up on, just out of curiosity, just energetically? I just kind of wanted to check in with you all. Are you feeling these heavy energy shifts? Are you feeling that as well? Because the energy felt really good this morning, and then it shifted, like I said, like a couple of hours ago, it feels like it shifted, and then I was getting a message that there was some kind of a psychic attack that went out through some type of a bot system. So I'm not really sure how these systems work or how they go out, but let me just ask. I'm just going to ask, though. God and angels, how are these systems able to go out with these bot systems? How are these sisters? How are these systems supposed to go out as part of this bot system? I feel like all my words are getting jumbled right now. How are they able to go out? It feels like it's through molecules, is what they're telling me right now. Water molecules? Is this like rain systems or water systems? You know, was hearing recently, like over the summer, that China was messing with weather systems, or they were testing out weather technologies. And now that I'm getting a message about molecules and weather systems, and if that's how they're getting the energies into the energy fields around us, is through water molecules. That's an interesting thought right now. So weather engineering. Yeah, I think, like, honestly, right now it just feels like with me, everything is going to be more like amplified because I'm just super sensitive. Like, I'm, you know, when your light body changes and your energy field changes, like, you do sense things quickly, and you definitely see things, obviously, in your third eye. I mean, that's what a lot of psychics, empaths, that more sensitive people are the ones that are feeling these attacks the most right now, because they're the most susceptible to them. They're the ones that would be seeing them. So, you know, I was kind of talking about that a little bit in my video over the holiday, that, you know, in a spiritual war, in a holy war, it really is the light workers that are going to be like feeling it the most. You know, they're going to be the ones that are going to be seeing what's going on. It's going to be the seers. It's going to be, yeah, the people, the psychic dreamers. Those are going to be the ones that are going to have to share the information. They're the ones that are really on the front lines in a spiritual war or a holy war, which is what this is for sure. We're in the crux of a very harsh holy war right now. And I was getting messages about this as well, that in order for the collective to ascend, we have to clear all the karma, okay? So even though the energies feel super harsh right now, because they are, the only way to clear the karma usually is for us to work through our fears from whatever lifetime we're clearing karma from. So for me, in the lifetime I'm working on right now that I'm clearing karma from, was in ancient Egypt with the pharaohs. So that's the lifetime I'm clearing karma from. And it's very hard for people to clear karma from lifetimes, because it brings up the fear or the betrayals or whatever happened to you in those lifetimes. And then you have to rise through the fear to get to the other side and to clear the karma finally. And so the karma is going to be coming in all different forms for every single person right now. So you have to realize that however this is showing up for the collective is going to be pretty harsh. It's going to be harsh for everyone right now, because we're clearing like the remaining karma of the planet. And I had gotten some messages the other day about the souls who were taken at the concentration camps in World War II. And I have been getting messages to continue praying for those souls. My guides were saying that those souls were a form of sacrifice, okay? And we have to pray for those souls to go to the light. That energy did come up over the summer. I had said a prayer for them, for the victims, for the Jewish families who are the victims in World War II at the concentration camps. And I felt like huge energy shift, you know, like later that day. But now it's important for us to continue doing that. We have to continue praying for the lost souls. You know, we have to pray for the lost souls. We have to get them back to the light. And they're telling me not just even the victims of the concentration camps. They're not telling me that. They're talking about they're showing me even the soldiers were sacrificed. They're showing me everything that was a sacrifice in that war, every soul that was sacrificed in that war, you know, that built the regime that we saw, that those souls have to be prayed for and get them to the light as well, okay? The more souls we can get to the light, okay, is how we grow the light energies, the light bodies on the planet. That's how we grow the light, okay? And then that's what gives us the strength and support to continue going, okay, and moving forward. So just some really important information that I feel like I need to share with you just from a higher perspective of why we're going through this right now, why this is like a kick up of those energies, because I believe on the earth plane, most of the collective is clearing the energies from that time period. I feel like right now, I feels like that's a pretty big one right now, World War II. So we definitely have to work on healing everything with that. My bird is like looking at me. Hello. She's so cute. She just gave me like a funny look. So yeah, so just some other messages for you guys. So I would say, just as a guidance for you all right now, if any fears are coming up for you, there's a reason, and it is for you to rise through them and to push through them and get through to the other side, because you're clearing karma from some type of lifetime, okay? So definitely feel the fear and just do it anyway, okay? Because you're helping others to do the same. You're helping others to step into their power. You're helping others to rise. You're helping others to step into our truth. And we can't give, you know, energy to our fears anymore. We can't give the energy to our fears. We have to believe that we are stronger in numbers. We are stronger in light. We are stronger in a higher power, okay? Higher light force. Right now. So yes, that's where I am. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Again, thank you so much for your continued prayers for me, continued support, and please continue to say prayers for the world, for people who are not on the right side, to go back to the light, to help them back to the light, to help them to realize they're on the wrong side, to help them, you know, to move into a higher place of knowing and being, trust. There's just so much fear, I think, around doing the right thing right now, and we all have to just be cognizant about that it's an illusion. The fears are an illusion, and we have to remember that, okay? The more people that rise, the fears dissipate. They leave. They leave. The more truths that come out, it brings it all to the light. There's nothing left then to fear anymore. So that's why I keep saying, you know, everything has to come out. Everything that's keeping us trapped has got to come out right now. So I'll keep you guys posted on the healings. And again, thank you for so much love and support. You guys mean the world. I am still doing readings right now. And like I said, I am so much better from where I was, like, for the last week and a half or so. I'm like a lot better energetically. And I'm here to keep, you know, helping the collective with these attacks and how to move past them and heal ourselves, okay? So I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Bye.